How are we doing today, guys? Thank you once again for joining me on Viper 9 Toy Videos. Today, I have the new Star Wars Vintage Collection Figrin Dan with his 3 separate instruments. I did want to take the time to learn the instruments, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't, and I just don't remember what they're called. On the back, he is VC249. You can see a bunch of his other wave mates, which I believe at this time I have done all of them. Jesse I did in the 3-pack from Comic-Con, not the single release, but it's the same figure. So if you want to take a look at him or any of these other figures, go back into my video library and take a look at them. But let's go ahead and get this. I love this vintage looking card back. It looks absolutely amazing. It's super clean. I love the still shot of Figrin down there. I did originally have 3 of these guys ordered, one for each instrument so I could have the band, part of the band. But then later Hasbro is announced the entire 7-man band in a box set. So I decided not to get 3 of these band members since it's all being released in a box set together. But I went ahead and picked up this Figrin Dan so I could go ahead and do a video on him, and I will probably put him as a background character in one of my dioramas that I have. I do a little nice like barroom diorama that I like taking pictures of, or I was even looking at him and thinking maybe a nice little Jedi custom or something, depending on his articulation, that is. So we'll go ahead and get that guy out of there. We'll get that out. And we will get that out. Go ahead and pop that Figrin Dan himself out. So, the Figrin Dan, he does have a double ball jointed neck, which is kind of cool. So, the articulation, it does pop out there relatively easy, but the articulation on that is really good. Oh, twice pop it out. He does have, he does have a sculpted neck. Take a look at that, the sculpted neck for his alien race that I cannot recall at the moment. Shoulder articulation is fairly decent. He does have a little bit of hindrance, but he can go post T, past the T mark on that. The elbow articulation is really good, actually, I think, and that's for the fact that he has to hold these instruments up to his mouth, so he's going to have the really good articulation. He does have wrist rockers, and it does appear to be both vertical, no horizontal wrist rocker on that. Oh, it is a little seized, I feel, so I might have to go and heat that up. Let's take a look at, he does have the new, he doesn't have, he has different style hips. Those aren't the same as the Stormtroopers because the joints aren't nearly as long, but they look really good. He has the thigh swivel. His knee articulation is fairly decent. Oh, he can hyperextend his knee. That's never good. And then he does have just your standard rocker, or not rocker ankles, just swivel ankles. Overall, I think he's a really good figure. I'm kind of excited to get some things done with him. Let's go ahead and throw his classic instrument into his hands here. Let's see if we can't get that. Oh, so that doesn't want to fit too well. Oh, his hands don't go there anyways. One above, but one below. One thing that I think is kind of cool that I was noticing is his mouth is slotted where you can actually peg the instrument in to make it look like he's actually playing it. And I think that is really kind of fun that they do something like that. So then you can, turn his head a little bit, have him in several different jazz poses, and not have to worry about the hose being, so stiff molded and not lining up with his mouth. Oh, I think that's really cool. Take a look at one of these other instruments here real quick. Go ahead and get that pegged in there. Maybe. So yeah. Overall, I'm super excited that I picked this guy up. I'm looking forward to the box set that they have that's coming out with the 7 of them. Oh, I forgot to mention he also has the mid-chest swivel. But overall, I'm super excited for this guy. I think he looks really good. He's just, keep it simple on this one here. But overall, I think he's a great figure. And like I said, I'm looking forward to the 7-pack. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.